tried to reach up and get that ball up, and Gately just slapped it out of his hand. Inbound quickly to Reynolds. Out to Hardy. Back to Reynolds. Thought about the three. Didn't take it. Back to Hardy. He moves to the middle of the floor. Now resets for Eldon. With 1:40 to go here first quarter. We're tied at 16-all. Flips it right side to Taylor Hull. Hull back to Hardy in the corner. Getting it down low to Ahart. Back on top to Taylor Hull. Comes in. Lost that ball as it's still loose on the floor. Finally trying to take it away is Richter. And he's got it. And finally a foul is called after the Tigers steal. Foul's called on Hunter Hess. His first, only 2 fouls called here in this first half. Hess almost stole that long pass by Trey Richter to Landon, and Landon tied up at center court. Timeout called by Coach Jared Peter. Oh, okay. They did say Salem did call. I thought it was called by Jared Patterson. Wasn't sure. Timeout by Patterson. We're going to take a 30-second break and come right back. We're still tied 16-16. It's Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, where you'll find these great deals going on now. A Napa air compressor, 300 LPM, 12 volt for $124.99. An Easy Red Anywhere neck light starting at $18.99. And an Outdoor Edge 2-pack of 3-inch razor work blades for only $19.99. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
1:16 to go in the half. That timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer of American Family Insurance at the Crossroads Shopping Center. Bryson May has it out to Trey Richter right at the top of the key. To Landon Richter, back to May. Salem on the perimeter, back to Landon. Goes to Gately, back to May. May, top of the key, kicks the right side to Trey Richter for the three-pointer. He rimmed out, no good, and went over the head of Trey Parsons into the hands of Ahart. Back the other way. Here's Hardy coming down. His shot was blocked, but a foul called on Salem, I believe on May, for reaching over from behind. Well, Bryson May will get the foul call. To the line will go Devin Hardy. He's got 5 in the game. Salem 2 of 2 from the stripe, and Hardy misses the first. Sanders back in for Trey Parsons. 48 seconds to go, first quarter. Next free throw is no good as well, and Sanders can't handle the rebound. Sanders had it in his hand, but just rolled right out and fell right on the out-of-bounds line as he battled Cody Tam, who just checked in the ball game. Hess trying to get it in, fires it outside to Hardy. Hardy back to Hess at the high post, jump shots up, no good. Bought down low, put back up and in by 10. He gives Eldon the lead. Richter fires it all the way across to Landon Richter. Cross court, underneath it goes intended for Sanders. And it'll go off the leg of the Salem Tiger player. Sanders out of bounds. Another turnover by the Salem Tigers. Couple of kind of lackadaisical turnovers here in the last 2 plays. Unless that ball was deflected off Hayden, and that I could not tell. But Hayden looked like he wasn't really ready for the pass. That's why I'm thinking it might have been deflected because it changed direction. Right now with it, Hess, 11 seconds to go beyond the three-point line. Trying to drive in. Hess stops, looking inside, gets to the Tam, and he scores. 20-16, 1 second left. Half-court shot by Sanders is too short. We play 1 quarter here at Eldon. It's the Mustangs 20, the Salem Tigers 16. Back in 30. Let's make it back in a minute. We'll come back with more basketball from Eldon, Missouri. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Every day we share personal information, like when you write a check, apply for a credit card, or even make a call on a cell phone. And the Bank of Salem wants to pass on some tips on how to protect yourself from identity theft. Don't carry around more checks, credit cards, or identification information than you really need in your wallet. Make sure you always safely store those items and other important documents. Plus, you should always choose passwords and PIN numbers that will be tough for someone to figure out. These tips are brought to you by the Bank of Salem, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Let Country Mart in Salem help you get ready for the upcoming holiday season. At Country Mart, you'll find a variety of fresh-cut Christmas trees, beautiful red and assorted color poinsettias, stocking stuffers, and assorted fresh Chase candy. Country Mart can also help you with those upcoming family and party gatherings, as they can prepare meat and cheese trays, fresh fruit and cheese trays, party sandwich trays, and so much more. Merry Christmas from your friends at Country Mart on Highway 3272 East right here in Salem.
We're ready to start the second quarter, 20-16. The Mustangs have the lead. They'll inbound it to start this second quarter. Tigers got out to a quick lead just about 4 seconds into the game. On three-pointer by Sanders. It's gone back and forth ever since. Here's Hess with it across to Hardy. As the white-clad Mustangs look to try and find some opening in the middle, they can't as Gately gets the steal. Mustangs have turned the ball over 5 times, and there's 5 steals for the Salem Tigers. Good job by Trey Richter. He got trapped in there by Hess and Ahart. He banked it off of Hess out of bounds. So Sanders will inbound it. Full court pressure by Eldon. As here's Landon Richter trying to come off the floor. Gives it to Trey Richter. Now across it goes to Landon. Landon across into the offensive zone. Kind of trapped down there center court. Throws it back to Trey Richter. Now to Sanders, left wing. Beyond 3, back to Trey. Goes right side to Landon. Tigers spread out on the floor. Landon trying to drive in. Gets cut off. Goes right side to May. May in the corner. Landon Richter. Bounce pass down low to Gately. Gately spins, turns, baby hook. No good. Tipped down by Tam as he gets the rebound. Back the other way. Here's Hardy all the way down. Blocked there by Gately and kept alive. And then goes off of Hardy. Out of bounds. A nice block. Gately with 2 blocks already in this first half. Sanders to Trey Richter. Again, full court pressure by Eldon. Down the sideline it goes to May. 2-on-1. May stops. Jump shot. No good. Comes down by Gately on the rebound. Banks it in. Count the basket. And he draws the foul. Caden Gately with a strong rebound. Pulls it down. Banks it in. And gets the foul called on Eldon. That's on Ahart, his second. Hardy will check out. As coming back in the game will be Talon Hull. As Gately gets the free throw and missed that one off to the side. Hess with the rebound, his third, gives it off to Reynolds. 20-18 our scores. Hess has it back near center court. Makes the drive, stops beyond 3. Going baseline, Hess kicks it into the middle of the floor. Stolen away by the Salem Tigers. Here they come. May down to Sanders, and Sanders can't handle the low pass. Hey, a little too fast. Needed to slow down and grab the ball, and he just tried to keep that momentum. And all it did is go off his hands out of bounds. So that's sometimes you're not going to get that chance to score. But Hayden kept up that high pace going underneath the basket, but the pass was too low. Here's Hess, guarded there by Richter, and Richter's going to pick up the foul. He almost got the steal, but made contact with Hunter Hess. 6:23 to go in the half. Reynolds checks out. As Hardy comes back in. Pass comes out on top to Ahart. Ahart back to Hess. Between the circles, he calls the play out, gives it back to Hardy. You got a little break. Hardy trying to flip it back inside to Ahart. Bounce pass underneath. Stolen away again by the Salem Tigers as it went off the shins of Hess. Long pass. And again, the Tigers missed the pass. I'm not sure what happened there. Like a miscommunication. Bryson May looked like he was ready for it, and then the next thing I know, the ball's sailing out of bounds. So either he missed it or the pass eluded him. One of the two. Turnover, though, number 7 for the Salem Tigers. With the ball right now is Hull. Hull out on top to Tam for a 3, and it's no good. Comes out, and Gately battles for it, but it comes down into the hands of May. May getting it off to Landon Richter down the middle of the floor. Kicks it to Gately. He banks it home, and we're tied. Caden Gately with 4. 20-20 the score as Hess brings it down. 5:30 to go in the second quarter. Eldon has slowed it down a little bit, trying to come inside, and a charge called on Hunter Hess going over the Salem Tiger player. His second foul, 14th foul. Should say second team foul in the second quarter, excuse me. Have to reassess that old strategy we used to have. 5:25 to go. 20-20 the score here at Eldon. Eldon has won the last 3 matches between these two schools. Trey Richter all the way across the floor to May on the baseline. Stops, puts a shot up. It's good. He went high off the glass with that one, and May has 4. Back the other way. Hardy goes in the corner. Reynolds, his three-pointer is off the line. No good. And taken down by Hess. Hess beyond 3 to Hardy. Hardy trying to dance in. Can't. Back to Hess. Hess trying to make a move in. Gets cut off. Salem Tigers man-to-man right now. As Hardy goes out near center court. And Landon Richter almost picked his pocket. He actually went back court. They didn't call it. As Hull goes back to Hardy, trying to stop and back up. He can't. As Richter all over him. Now Tam coming down, trying to bank it in. And he is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Cody Tam got a little lane. He drove to inside, and Caden Gately will pick up the foul, his first, with 4:35 to go. Tam's free throw. It is good. He has one more coming, and this one is also good. He missed the first 2, makes the second 2. 22-22 the score. Been a close battle all the way through so far. Landon Richter goes to May as Salem's in the offensive zone. 3-2 zone right now for Eldon. You don't see too many of those. They're out 3 high on the perimeter. Richter all the way across goes to Sanders. Sanders on top to May. May drives in to the paint, off the glass and in. Nice play by Bryson May. Driving in, he banked that again, high off the glass, and then driving down was Hardy. He turns the ball over as May steals it away. All the way down, May again trying to get it to bank in, but it would not go, and Hess brings down the rebound. Hess outside Reynolds. Reynolds trying to cut back into Hardy for the three-pointer, and it's off the rim. No good. Tipped up by Tam, but it would not go in. And the Tigers, May brings down yet another rebound. Here's Salem the other way. May underneath, trying to get that ball off. Blocked there nicely by Hull. He takes it right out of the hands of Bryson May. 24-22. Here's Hull beyond 3, trying to get it to Hess. He does for the 3, and it's good. Hunter Hess hits the 3. As he eluded Trey Richter, who'd been guarding him very tightly. Trey got caught inside, and Hess hits the 3. He's now got 11 points in this game. Leads all scorers. Landon Richter thought about the 3. Instead goes to Sanders. He tries it. It's good. Hayden Sanders' second 3 of the night. The Salem back on top by a deuce. Pass the other way. Now another three-pointer up, and this one's an air ball by Talon Hull. Brought down by Landon Richter. Richter moves out by 1 Mustang, 2 Mustangs, 3 Mustangs, now to May. May shifts his feet, can't get the shot off, goes back to Richter. His three-pointer, it's good. 30-25, the Salem Tigers get their biggest lead of the day as Hess has it with 2.5 to go in the half. Hunter Hess, guarded there by Trey Richter, gets a good pick by Hull, but Hull, who got the ball back, can't do anything with it. Now to Hardy. Hardy against Landon Richter. Puts it up and in. Good job by Hardy to be patient as Landon elevated, but got up too soon. Hardy did not jump and then was able to go over top. Bryson May has it in the corner. Sanders faked the 3, back to Bryson. Now a 2-1-2 zone for Eldon as Richter has it back to Landon Richter. Landon inside to Gately. Outside to Hayden Sanders. Inside to Gately on the baseline. And he steps out of bounds or slips down out of bounds. He went down, and it looked like a little bit wet down there because he tried to turn, and his foot went right out from underneath him. That turns the ball over. 9 turnovers now for Salem in this first half. They lead it by 3, and then they start to wipe up the water down there. So I don't know where the water came from. Not exceptionally warm in the gym here today, but I can't rule out sweat. Earlier tonight, as we mentioned, the JV won it again. They're 6-0, 79-41. They got out to a 21-2 lead in their game, and it was never headed. They were up at 1 point by 40-something points. Freshmen also won tonight, and the varsity's trying to take their crack at it. We're a minute and 40 away from halftime, 30-27. Salem on top. Hunter Hess with another long three. This one's off the rim. No good. Taken down by Reynolds. Reynolds out to Hardy. Hardy, his three. It rims out. No good. And Gately brings down the rebound. Gately down to Landon Richter, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot two. Foul called on Hull. First free throw, no good. Been a clean game for the most part. Not a lot of fouls. Minute 27 to go in the half. As Richter's next free throw is no good as well. Salem Tigers have missed all 3 free throws here in this second quarter. They're 2 of 3 on the night. They still lead it by 3 points as Hunter Hess goes out on top to Hardy out near center court in the Big E here at the Eldon Gym. Back to Hunter Hess. Hess starts his drive, trying to get inside. Takes it to the hole, scoops it up and in. Over top of Caden Gately. A 1-point ball game. Caden Moody in the game for the Salem Tigers. Gets it to Richter. Richter over to Moody. Moody hanging on to it, guarded by Reynolds. Stops. Trying to go to Gately. That ball stolen away. And then a foul called on Salem, on Landon Richter. His first. Moody tried to force that ball in. And Hunter Hess reached in and just tipped that ball away. 39 seconds to go. Here's Hull for the Mustangs on the offensive zone to Hess. Now it goes out to Hardy. Hardy back to Hunter Hess, trying to drive in, and Hunter Hess is going to be fouled, and he'll go to the line. Or they're going to say it was on the floor. Trey Richter will get his second foul, but they will say that Hess was on the driving to the basket, not shooting. 14th foul for Salem, so the next foul they do get would put Eldon at the line, but there's 29 seconds to go in the half. The inbound comes out to Hardy. Hardy to Reynolds. Reynolds stops, kicks it back to Hull. Now to Hess for the three, doesn't take it. Instead, tries to throw it inside to Tam. Tam underneath the basket has it blocked by Gately. Backdoor to Hess, who scores. 15 seconds to go. Eldon up by 1, 31-30. Landon Richter walks it up. 10 seconds to go. Hardy. Landon stops, goes inside to Gately. Lost it to Hess. And Hess will throw it down quickly. Ball tipped away from Ahart. And we played 1 quarter. Salem Tigers trail by 1 point. 31-30, though they did outscore Eldon in that second quarter. 14-11, they still trail it by a point. We'll come back in 3 minutes with some stats for you here at halftime. 31-30, good ball game. And we'll come back with more right after this break on KSMO Media.
Hi, Carrie Patton here from Town & Country Bank. We've got all the perks of a national bank, like online banking, quick loan approval, and you can even deposit your check from your phone. That's not why our customers love us, though. They love us because we still offer hometown customer service. Stop by one of our area locations and let our friendly team remind you how special hometown banking can be. Smart, friendly solutions. Town & Country Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Stop by K&H Auto Supply in Salem and check out the holiday gift guide featuring a Power Torque 2-piece magnetic tool holder bar for $7.99, Slime digital tire gauge for $16.99, and Wolo magnetic amber warning light for $29.99. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City auto parts store here in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tiffany Bland. I'm the new MD at SMDH Family Medicine. I will be providing family medical services for all ages. I'm now accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment today. SMDH Family Medicine is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurance. Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Welcome back to Eldon, Missouri. Stan Stevens along with you here as the Tigers and the Mustangs are battling it out in a tight one, 31-30. This game has all the markings of overtime. Trust me, really looks that way. But right now, it is the Eldon Mustangs with a 1-point lead at halftime, 31-30. Too many turnovers, kind of just, I don't know, kind of just some weird turnovers. Ball that either going right through somebody's hands, off a fingertip, maybe getting a little deflected, hitting the shins, just didn't stop in time. Just not concentrating enough. I can't tell you what the cause is, but there were 5 of the Salem Tiger turnovers that were totally avoidable, and that really has kind of hurt tonight so far in this first half, and I'm sure Coach Patterson will address that. They were easily available to the player to take in his possession and control. And I think that's one of the things that they'll talk about tonight. Because otherwise, besides those turnovers, Salem Tigers have played better than the Eldon Mustangs here in this first half. But those turnovers have given Eldon 5 additional shots at the basket, and they lead it by 1 point. And so those turnovers did hurt. Salem had 4 threes in that first half, a couple each by Hayden Sanders and Landon Richter. And 3 threes for Eldon in the game. 1 of those by Devin Hardy, 1 of those by Hunter Hess, and 1 by Nathan Reynolds. Tigers with 10 turnovers. Eldon had 9 of the 9. They had 10 as well, and their last turnover actually was a charge. I had forgotten to mark that one down. So each team with 10 turnovers. Eldon had 4 steals in the game, and Salem Tigers had 8. So the Tigers were forcing the issue a lot inside, were able to take the ball away, but then just did not capitalize on some of those turnovers. They only scored on it for the 8 steals that they got. So that's also something you always want to try and make that hurt a little bit, take that dagger and twist it a little bit, or make it a little bit more painful to make that turnover. Foul trouble, Trey Richter has 2. He's the only Tiger with more than 1. Bryson May, Caden Gately, and Landon Richter each have 1. Hunter Hess and Britton Ahart each have 2. 1 for Talon Hull, of Eldon in that first half. Not a lot of fouls. A very quick moving first half, and very, well, I guess the up and down game if you like to watch basketball go back and forth. And not a lot of setups, not a lot of patience allowed on the offensive side. The Mustangs did try that to start out the second quarter. They didn't score, and as a matter of fact, they didn't score for quite some time, and then finally were able to get some baskets near the latter part of that second quarter. But their first 2.5 minutes, they didn't have a point. And they really weren't shooting at that time either. So It'll be interesting to see how they come out in the second half. Leading scorer in the game for either team is Eldon's Hunter Hess. Hunter has 15 points. He is followed on the Eldon side by Cody Tam with 6 and Devin Hardy with 7 and Nathan Reynolds with 3. The Salem Tigers four-way tie for the top scorer. Trey Richter with 6, Bryson May with 6, Hayden Sanders with 6, Landon Richter with 6. Caden Gately has 4 and Leighton Mink has 2. Leading rebounder in the game, Trey Richter with 3, May as well as Caden Gately with 3. May has 2, Sanders has 2. 5 rebounds for Hunter Hess for Eldon. Nobody else, well, I should say Cody Tam does have 3 rebounds in this short period of time and put 2 of those back for attempted baskets. So he is the other leading rebounder, otherwise miscellaneous rebounds. For the Salem Tigers, Trey Parsons has 1, as well as Britton Ahart and Nathan Reynolds for Eldon. 2 of 6 on the free throw line was Eldon. 2 of 5 on the free throw line, Salem. 11 rebounds for Salem, 10 for Eldon. It doesn't get much closer than that. 31-30 our score at halftime. Back in 2.5 minutes with the second half. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Is your back continually giving you pain? Do you constantly have headaches? Do you have numbness or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? These are symptoms, and they're a warning sign from your body. And if you'd like to know why they're occurring, Dr. Amber Duncan of Duncan Chiropractic can help. Her mission is to find the cause of the problem and correct it. Give Dr. Amber Duncan a call at 729-2321 or stop by 401 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments, moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Edward Jones, we want to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning for a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why an Edward Jones financial advisor like me works with you to build strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through all of it. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Leah Nash. Call me or Joe Brand at Edward Jones, 573-729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. Call 729-5761. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan or can't afford to go away to college? Or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem or call 729-3001.
Welcome back to Eldon, Missouri. Getting ready for the second half. Salem Tigers will inbound it. And the possession arrow will flip as we get ready to start things. The second half of basketball here from Eldon. It's Trey Richter and Landon Richter playing catch. The pass goes inside to Trey now. Turns, spins, 9-footer too short. Brought into the hands of Hess, and he comes back the other way. Hess down to Reynolds. Reynolds on the left wing over to Hardy. Hardy in the corner. Stops. Pulls you back on top to Hess. Hunter Hess moves from left to right across the Big E at center court. Moves in. Now goes right side to Hull. Getting it to Ahart. Ahart turns, spins back to Hess. Right wing beyond, 3 on top. Hardy kicks it left side to Reynolds. Reynolds back to Hardy. Right side Hess. Hess it's inside. Takes it to the hole. Missed the shot. It's brought down by Trey Richter. Richter, a long pass to Sanders. He battles for it and it goes off the hands of Hardy. He and Hardy were tied up with it, and Hardy yanked it out of his hands, and looked like Hayden did a smart job of letting him take it because he threw the ball right out of bounds. Inbound pass comes to Landon Richter to Sanders for the three-pointer from the corner off the front of the rim and into the hands of Hess. Hess the other way to Hardy. Back to Hess, taking it to the hole, and foul going to be on the floor as he went over top of Richter. The foul first called on Landon Richter. Trey was trying to draw the charge and probably would have, but Landon fouled him prior to that. Inside pass to Hess. Hess over top of Link. Gets to the basket and the foul on Leighton Mink. (33-30). Eldon's about to take their biggest lead of the game, up to 4 points. If he hits the free throw, and he does. 34-30 as we just start this third quarter. Sanders across to Richter. Richter in the offensive zone. Ball tipped and taken there by May. May gets by Hull. Lost it. Gets it back. Bounce pass to Richter. Trey to the hole to the paint. Off the glass. No good. Brought down by Hess. Again, too hard on that flip. Trey tried to throw it up there, and you can't. You have to flip it. Ball tipped and goes to Hardy. Hardy down low to Hess. Off his hands, out of bounds. First turnover belongs to Eldon here in the second half. Tigers trying to beat the press. Eldon's had on most of this game. Here's Richter down the left wing. Trying to pull up, lost the ball, gets it back, trying to flip it to somebody, does to May. May spins, turns, takes that to the hole, lays it up and in. Nice move by Bryson May and a good save by Trey Richter on the floor. Here comes Hull down the left wing, kicks it back to Hardy. Baseline underneath the basket. Outside to Reynolds for the three-pointer, and it's good. That was well set up by Eldon. You can tell that's a play they do all the time. Reynolds just sitting over there in the corner waiting for him, and he got it back. Here's May. Stops, 10-footer up and no good. Brought down by Ahart. A little bit of a quick shot there by Bryson. 5-point lead. Reynolds with another three. This one's short. Brought down, put back up and in by Ahart. Tigers pulled away from under the basket and left it wide open for Ahart to get an easy rebound and bring a 7-point lead. A pass by Sanders, stolen by Reynolds. Now to Hardy. That's missed. Ball out of bounds off of Trey Richter after the turnover. So the first steal by Eldon on a bad pass by Hayden Sanders. Has to inbound it, fires it out to Hardy. Hardy stops, takes it inside, 10-footer jumper. It's no good, and Trey Richter has another rebound. Tigers scoreless here in this third quarter. Trey Richter tied up, fires it down to Gately. Gately takes it to the hole and trying to slam it, can't get it to go. Sanders with a rebound, puts it up and in. Gately wanted to get the slam, but it wouldn't fall for him. Set on the rim, and then Sanders put it home. 39-34. Eldon with the lead. Hunter Hess taking his time on their center court, trying to get a pick. Moves to the top of the key, now starts his drive in, stops, gets fouled there by Trey Richter as he got elevated and fell on his back, his third foul. Trey tried to assume that Hess was going to go up. He didn't. And he got his third foul. Third team foul here in this third quarter for the Salem Tigers. Hess outside to Hardy, inside Reynolds. Reynolds jump shot. Tied up there by Gately. Possession arrow will favor Eldon. Gately blocked the shot, but it went right back into Reynolds' hands. And so they call it a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the white-clad Mustangs. Inbound, trying to come to Ahart. Tigers trying to take it away, and they do. They get the steal, and coming down the other way is Richter. Richter to May, jump shot. No good. Brought down by Sanders, but back up and in. 39-36. Long pass the other way to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to drive baseline. Kicks it back to Hardy. Quick three. It's short. Comes down the hands of Sanders. Sanders over to Richter. Back to Sanders. Now to May in the middle of the floor. May back to Landon Richter. Waits for Hardy to get close. Trying to drive past him. He gives it to Trey Richter. And then he banks it off the foot of Hess out of bounds. 3:57 to go in third quarter. 39-36. Very good game here tonight between these two teams. Very well balanced. Sanders out to May on the inbound. Bryson May hands that off to Landon Richter. Guarded there by Hardy. Back to Trey Richter. Hess all over him. Man-to-man coverage by Eldon. Trying to go Trey Richter. Had that ball knocked away. No call. Stolen away by Eldon. Here's Hess all the way down with an easy layup. Trey might have been trying to do too much and trying to get through the legs of the Mustang player. Here's Gately inside to May. May stops underneath the Sanders. He banks it in. Hayden with 12 points and a timeout called by Coach Caudle of Eldon. 41-38, Eldon on top. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem.
Timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer at American Family Insurance and the Crossroads Shopping Center. Earlier tonight, when the JV won 79-41, leading scorer was Braden Gapsch with 24 points, and Braden Radford had 17 more. Tigers 6-0 on the JV side. JV freshmen and the Tigers will be at Camdenton this Friday. Come on out to the lake and enjoy some Tiger basketball. That'll be Friday starting at 5 with the freshman game. The JV will be at about 6:15, and then the varsity will follow about 7:30 or so. Here comes Hunter Hess. Brings it up. 3-point Eldon lead. Hess. Right side pass to Hull. Now to Ahart. Ahart giving it to Hess. Baseline. He walked with the ball. That turnover number 3 for Eldon. As Salem will walk it up. Half-court defense for Eldon. We haven't seen that very often tonight. Usually they have a bit of a press. The handoff to Sanders. Gets away from Hardy. Sanders all the way around to the baseline. Stop. Puts the shot up. It will not go. May with a rebound. It will not go. And then brought down by Hess. Quickly down the corner. Hardy for the 3, and it's off the rim. Comes out back to Hardy. Hardy kicks it out. Inside it goes to Ahart. He lays it up and in. Tigers had 2 cracks at it, could not get it to go. They tie them by 5 again. Here's May on that baseline. Turns the corner. Underneath the Landon Richter. Double team. Landon trying to get it back to May. Does. May inside to Gately. Gately is fouled there. He'll shoot 2 as Talon Hall ran right over him. So Gately 0 for 1 from the stripe, has 4 points in the game. Usually a very good free throw shooter. Missed again. Salem's free throw shooting tonight, 2 for 6 right now. Trey Parsons comes back in the game for Trey Richter. 2:19 to go. Third quarter. That one is good by Gately. 4-point deficit for the Salem Tigers against the Eldon Mustangs. As Hess will bring it into the offensive zone. Salem in a half-court defense. Hess to the right side. Goes out on top to Reynolds. Reynolds in the corner. They go to Grimm for a shot. It does not go, and then Parsons cannot grab the rebound. This ball must be slippery. These guys can't hold on to a ball for the life of them on their fingertips. So Cody Tam with a 3-pointer go, and the Salem Tigers had the rebound but could not bring it in, and it falls out of bounds. Back in the corner, Hess. Hess, baseline, kicks it down to Ahart. Shot up good. You just can't keep giving good teams extra chances. Tigers have done that a number of times tonight. Here's Sanders on top to Parsons. Again to Landon Richter. Inside to Gately. Gately reverse layup. It's good. Nice play by Gately. Quickly the other way. Pulling up is Tam. Back to Hess. Hess backs out, flips it over to Hardy as Hardy tries to drive in on top Reynolds. Reynolds to the paint. Down to Tam off the glass. Won't go, but back up and in by Ahart. Ahart has 8 points in this third quarter. He's leading the way. 6-point lead for Eldon with 1:10 to go. Pass right side to Sanders. On top, Trey Parsons. Parsons left side to Landon Richter. Underneath to Gately. Gately again puts it up. Not going to go this time, and then he'll foul coming down on Ahart. And that'll be, for Gately, his second foul. Too many 2-foot misses again by Salem. Trey Parsons very upset with himself as he bobbled that ball and dropped it out of bounds. Well, that's happened a few times tonight where the Tigers just have their hands on the ball and it trickles out of their hands and goes out of bounds. Bringing it up is Hardy. 47-41, Eldon with the lead. We're down to 45 seconds left. Reynolds has it on top with the ball is Tam, and he walked with the ball. Trying to get a better shot. Thought about the three and then tried to move in, and doing so he shifted both feet. Break for Salem right there. Now they can cut into this lead before the quarter comes to an end. They have 40 seconds to do so. Landon Richter goes underneath to Gately. Gately takes it to the hole. Can't get it to go. Mink puts it up too hard. Tipped and comes down the hands of Hall. Delayed Mink brought it down but couldn't get it to go. Quickly the other way. Ball tipped comes to Hardy. Hardy with 23 seconds left comes out to Hall. And that's blocked by Gately. His third to Ahart. A shot, and he is fouled. The Tigers are struggling underneath the basket tonight. That foul called on Leighton Mink. And the free throw is good by Ahart, who's just dominated this third quarter with 9 points. The sophomore can't hit that one. It comes down in the hands of May. May off the Landon Richter. 14 seconds to go. Still down by 7. Richter trying to drive in. Stops. Takes it to the basket. Outside it goes to May. 5 seconds left. And May's going to be fouled trying to go to the basket. I believe it's going to be on Talon Hull, and that will be his third. And that is the call. 4.2 seconds left. Sanders will try and inbound it. Gets it into Gately. Back to Sanders for the three-pointer. Way offline. Not even close. And 48-41. It is at the end of 3 quarters of play. Let's hope the Tigers got something in them for that fourth quarter. They trail it by 7. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Have you had a fender bender or crashed your vehicle? Come and see Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care for all of your auto body needs. They have over 20 years of experience of putting vehicles back in mint condition. Take your vehicle to Jadwin and Smith Auto Body and Auto Care at 1202 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem across from Walmart, or call 729-3900. Locally owned by Tim and Wendy Smith.
Here's some helpful information on paying your utility bills from the City of Salem you may not know that can help you save time. The City of Salem has a free automatic bill payment service, a budget billing or average monthly payments, and the city also has a drop box, a drive-through where you can pay your bills, or you can still pay in person or by mail if you prefer. Stop in at the City of Salem office at 400 North Iron Street or call 729-4117 and they can help you get started today.
We are back to start quarter number 4. Interesting game. Hayden Sanders got that well set up by Gately to take that three-pointer and then missed the tire rim and everything by about 3 feet to the inside. Probably one of the worst three-point shots I've seen in a long time. He knew it when it left his hand. But, boy, that was just ugly. So let's see if the Tigers can respond here. Here's Gately. Inside, trying to get open. Back to Trey Richter for the three. It's off the rim. No good. Bink trying to get to it. Taken there by Sanders. Goes out to Gately. Gately turns it over to Reynolds. Now goes across and laid it up. And missing that shot was Tam. The Tigers turn it right back over and put it up as Hess. Another turnover by the Salem Tigers. A careless one at that, and that just cost them a couple of points. Here's Landon Richter to Gately. Gately cross to Trey Richter. Back on top, Landon Richter. Sim now down by 9. By far their biggest deficit. Trey Richter on the outside. In the corner, Landon. Back to Trey. Back to Landon. Open for the three. Takes it. He hits it. 50-44. Tigers need a couple of defensive stops here. Pass to the corner, Reynolds. Back to Hess. Driving in. Hess to the hole. Lays it up. Missed it. Link brings down the rebound. Has to watch what they're doing now because they keep throwing the ball away and almost did again. Down the other way. Down to Sanders, who lays it up and in. And the Tigers with 5 quick points have narrowed the gap to 4. Here's Hardy with 6.5 to go in the game, or regulation. Now to Tam in the corner. Tam, the lefty, fires it all the way across for Hardy. Hardy trying to get by Landon Richter. Has that ball knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with Eldon underneath the basket. Hunter Hassel inbounded. He's leading the way with 20 points in this game. Hunter looking, flips it out to Ahart. Ahart turns back down to Hess. Hess on that baseline. Kicks it back out in front. Jump shot up and good by Tan. He's got 8. Tigers down by 6. And now another turnover again by Landon Richter. The basket and the foul. That was not a very good play at all. Tam with the steal and then the easy basket. And then Landon fouled him virtually after the basket. Not a good play by Landon Richter on the turnover or on the foul. He's been playing such good ball, and that was just kind of a, I don't know, I can't even call it a bonehead play. Now the rebound comes right back to Tam after the miss, and he lays it in. As the rebound was brought down by Reynolds. Back to a 10-point Eldon lead. Pass comes underneath to Gately. Short jumper's good. Timeout called by Coach Jared Patterson. He wants a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. 56-48, Eldon on top. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
You'll find these great deals on a holiday gift guide at K&H Auto Supply, including a Performance Tool 2-pack hybrid handle knife set for $19.99, Performance Tool LED work light for only $11.99, and Titan magnetic pickup tool for $5.99. Happy holidays from K&H Auto Supply here in Salem.
Park City, yeah, Park City, Park City.
56-48, Eldon on top. Timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance. Jonas Schaefer, your local agent. The Tigers have been playing some very good basketball lately, and tonight they just don't seem mentally sharp. That last turnover by Landon Richter, he was passing it back and forth with Trey and didn't even look, just flipped it, trying to go back. And right as the Tigers are making a bit of a run, and not only did he turn the ball over, then they get the rebound, they score that basket, then they miss the free throw and get the other rebound. That's a 4-point play. That one little mistake. And the Tigers have really not been making those mistakes. It's really hard to see that. It's just a moment of just not paying attention. All of a sudden cost them 4 points. Here the other way. Tigers steal it away as May gets it down to Sanders. Sanders lays it in. So a great steal by the Tigers there. Now down by 6 again. Pass comes over to Reynolds. Reynolds in the middle of 4, hands it right to Richter. Richter underneath the basket out to Sanders. Jump shot, good. He's got 18, and Salem back to within 4. Without that turnover, that 4-point play, guess what? We would be tied. And that's how you look at the games and how the influence they have on them. You can lose a game at the 5 or 6 minute mark, and you can also win one at the 5 or 6 minute mark. Timeout taken by Coach Caudle. 56-52. Eldon on top. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Hi, Carrie Patton here from Town & Country Bank. We've got all the perks of a national bank, like online banking, quick loan approval, and you can even deposit your check from your phone. That's not why our customers love us, though. They love us because we still offer hometown customer service. Stop by one of our area locations and let our friendly team remind you how special hometown banking can be. Smart, friendly solutions. Town & Country Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back to play, and just on the inbound, here's Hardy. Going back to Tam, getting into Hess, under Hess, out near center court. Slows it down, bounce pass over to Reynolds, right wing. 5 minutes left in the ball game, regulation time that is, as Reynolds has it from Hardy. Reynolds trying to get that ball in, gets it back, now fires it across to Hardy. Bounce pass underneath to Hess. Hess goes up, shot blocked by Gately, but he's going to get a foul. Hess leaned in to Gately, and Gately leaned back. Well, Hess will go to the line to shoot 2. Gately will pick up the foul. That'll be number 3. And Hess will shoot 2 free throws. He's 1 for 1. Free throw is good. (57-52). Hess with 23 points. Make it 24. (58-52). 2-possession game. 4:45 to go. Landon Richter hanging on to it. Coach Patterson barking out the play. Goes to Sanders in the corner. Back to Landon Richter. Floating zone right now for Eldon. As May goes back to Landon Richter. Back to May. Cross to Sanders. Sanders back to May. To Richter takes the three-pointer. It's good. And timeout called by Coach Patterson. Salem back to within 3. A one-possession game, as I mentioned. 4:21 to go. 58-55. Eldon back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Did you know there is someone at your local hospital who can help you manage and understand the challenges of today's healthcare decisions? I'm Lisa Delaney, Director of Social Services at Salem Memorial District Hospital. If you have questions about Medicare or Medicaid, rehabilitation services, long-term care placement, or advanced healthcare planning, call me at 573-729-6626 to discuss your needs. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
That timeout brought to you by Jonas Schaefer of American Family Insurance. Don't forget to stick around for the post-game show brought to you by your friends right here at Flying W Boutique and the Looking Glass Salon. We'll summarize the game for you following this contest. 58-55. The pass stolen away. They had Ahart all alone. Tigers get it back. Sanders beyond 3. Underneath it goes to May. He's fouled, but the basket will not go. As Ahart gets the foul, May will shoot 2. Salem gets the turnover. Ahart would have been on his horse going toward the basket. The Tigers just got a fingertip on it. See if Bryson can hit, and he cannot. Salem 3 of 8 from the stripe. Cody Tam checks out. Hull back in. Free throw by May is good. 2-point ball game. Hardy. Salem with full court pressure. Hardy fires it deep to Hull. Hull going down, fires it across to Reynolds. Missed the shot, put back up by Ahart. He missed that one as well. And the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off Salem last. 58-56, 3:57 to go. Pass comes to Reynolds, now goes to Hess. Hess on the baseline, goes out on top to Hull. Left side to Reynolds. Reynolds bounce pass to Hess in the corner. Hess trying to drive down underneath, kicks it outside to Hardy. Hardy goes by one man, stops, trying to dish it underneath, can't, tied up. And a timeout had to be called by Coach Nathaniel Cottle. 3:40 remains, 58-56. We'll take a 30-second break and come back again. Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
3:40 remaining. Eldon has just one timeout left. Salem still with 2. We still have a lot of time left. 3:40 to go in the game. Or, I should say, regulation. You weren't with us earlier. We did mention our freshmen came here to Eldon. They won their game handily, and then the JV won their game by 38 points, 79-41 to go to 6-0 in the year. Freshmen, I think, even the record of 3-3, if I'm not mistaken. And the Salem Tigers, varsity, battling right here with Eldon. 2-point ball game. They do trail it. Again, 3:40 to go in this fourth quarter. It'll be Reynolds to inbound it. Flips it in the corner. Getting it there is Ahart. Out on top, Hess. In the corner, Reynolds. His three-pointer, it's too hard. Into the hands of Richter. Richter the other way. Across to Landon Richter. Trey brought it down. Landon takes it to the own offensive zone. Here's Trey taking it to the hole, lays it up, and ties this game. They left him a lane, and he took it. Here's Hardy, 58 all now in this fourth quarter. Hardy gets to center court, flips it down to Hess. Hess all the way down off the glass and in. They broke the press by Salem Tigers as a 3-on-1, and Hess just took it right to the hole. Trey Richter goes back door to Landon, who gets in the offensive zone. Back to Trey. Trey in the corner, Hayden Sanders. 60-58, Eldon with the lead. Landon barking out the play, 2:50 and counting. Cross to Trey Richter. Trey on top, Gately. Right side pass to Landon Richter, guarded by Hardy, to Trey. Trey trying to drive in, kicks it underneath to Gately, can't handle the pass. Stolen away by Hess. He gets it off to Hardy, 2:30 to go. Hardy spins away from Landon Richter and all the way down, trying to get that shot up. It does not go down, and a foul called on the Salem Tigers, I believe May. And Bryson got his second foul. Hardy did a little dipsy-doodle move on Landon Richter, got around him, and then came down on May and went to the outside trying to flip it. Free throw is good. And Bryson reached out, got a piece of him. 61-58, Eldon back on top. For a moment, we were tied. And now Eldon back with the lead again. And Hardy hits a both. He's got 9 in the game. Salem down by 4. Here's Sanders across to May. Now to Trey Richter. Trey gets tied up, almost lost it. Ball is still loose on the floor. And who has it? Jump ball possession arrow will favor Eldon. That'll be a turnover. It looked like Trey was trying to squeeze that ball between two Mustangs, and it did not work. So we're going down to 2 minutes left to go in the regulation side. With that ball right now, Hardy. Hardy trying to go to Hess at the high post. Back to Hardy, trying to drive in. Kicks the left side to Hull. Back out to Hess. Hess drives by Landon Richter, who then fouls him. And that will be the fourth team foul for Salem, and Landon's fourth foul. And so Hess will inbound it with 1:53 to go for the sideline. 62-58. Mustangs on top. All alone is Ahart. He scores. He got behind Gately. Gately lost him. And Britton Ahart lays it in to make it a 6-point Eldon lead. Good play call by Eldon. Here's Richter on the other way, laying it up. Missed the shot. Brought down by Hess. Hess flips it across to Reynolds. 1:30 to go. Reynolds spins away from May, trying to drive it in. Kicks it back on top to Hull. Outside to Hardy. 1:24 to go. Giving it back to Hull. Hull kicks it outside to Reynolds. Eldon will play keep away here. Reynolds drives around. 2 Tigers let him go. He goes back to Hardy with 1:14 left. Down to Ahart. Ahart trying to get it in. Stolen away by Gately. Gately fires it out to May. May down to Sanders. Turns off the glass. It will not go. And Ahart brings it down. Then a foul by the Salem Tigers with under a minute to go. And Ahart will go to the line to shoot 2. May fouled him as Sanders missed the layup. And that was a key play right there. That would have brought Salem within 4. And Hayden had the time. He just missed it. And Ahart then got the rebound. And now he's shooting free throws, and he makes it. The Tigers can't hit free throws tonight. And here in this fourth quarter, 5 of 6 for Eldon. And they lead it by 7. And that one is no good, brought down by Hayden Sanders. Long pass now to Richter. 55 seconds to go. Richter tied up. A timeout called by Coach Jerry Patterson. We're going to keep it here. And tell you for those who listen to Blues hockey, that's going to be coming up shortly here on KSMO Media. At the conclusion of this game, the Blues will get underway about 9 o'clock with the pregame show and 9:30 game time. So if we get done ahead of time, we'll be able to hear the pregame as well as the game broadcast tonight against Detroit. We also want to tell you we'll be back in Camdenton on Friday night. It's a freshman game at 5, JV game to follow, and the varsity game will follow there. We'll bring you the varsity game again on KSMO Media on Friday night. And on Thursday, the St. Louis Blues will be taking on the Ottawa Senators, 6:30. We'll have that game here on KSMO Radio. And Missouri Tigers will take on Seton Hall on Sunday afternoon at 3:30. That's coming your way. Next Monday, we will be in Bunker with a video stream of the Bunker Viburnum boys and girls game. It'll be a JV game for the boys for Bunker, and then there'll be a Mel Ritter tribute that we're going to video stream that. Mel Ritter they got their booster club going again. He passed away from a heart attack. And so we're going to broadcast that, a special tribute to Mel Ritter, and that's going to be Monday with the Lady Eagles taking on the Lady Jays, and then the JV boys will take on the Viburnum Blue Jays as well. Here's Richter trying to get that ball in. It was kicked there by Hess. 47.8 seconds left on the inbound, so lots of action still to come your way before Christmas right here on KSMO, your Ozark sports leader. Sanders gets it to May. May spins, turns off the glass. It's good. Salem to within 5. Here's Ahart trying to drive it down. He flips it across to Hardy. 36 seconds left. He's fouled by May, a guy you really don't want the line shooting, and May will foul him for his 4th foul. Hardy's a good free throw shooter, and he will shoot 2. So the strategies you used to have with 1-on-1s, that's all gone. And Hardy misses, just as I praise him. Missed the first one. Makes the second. 2-possession game. Pass down to Landon Richter. Quick 3. It's good. Wow. He got that off in a hurry. And a timeout called by Coach Patterson with 28 seconds to go. 66-63. I mean, Landon barely got his feet down, and he let that one go and nothing but net. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. 66 for Eldon, 63 for Salem. Back at 30. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Country Mart in Salem is your party central. They have a great assortment of fresh fruit baskets, or if you need, meat and cheese trays, party sandwich trays, as well as fresh fruit and cheese trays available. Plus, perfect for small gatherings, they have a fresh smoked turkey breast that will serve 6 to 8 people. Country Mart asks that you please pre-order your party trays and fresh smoked turkey breast. Call 729-3455. Happy holidays from your friends at Country Mart, Highway 32, 72 East in Salem, here to help you save.
28 seconds left. Salem Tigers need a steal and a 3. They have to shut down Eldon, not give them any points here. No timeouts left for the Salem Tigers. 1 timeout left for Eldon. So Salem will have full court pressure here as Hess tries to get it in. Hess running the baseline, get to Camp. Stolen away by May. Can't get it to go down. Turn around by Sanders trying to put it up, and then he does after the steal. Sanders scores. It's a 1-point ball game. With the ball right now, Hess, 15 seconds left. Hess fouled there, I believe, by Trey Richter. He'll go to the line to shoot two. 66-65. 12 seconds to go. Hunter Hess, who has 26 points in this game, he'll be shooting 2 free throws. It will still be a one-possession game if he hits both. His first one is it's good. Boy, that hit the rim, bounced to the side, looked like it was going to miss, and then trickled in. Braden Gapp's ready to come in the game. He was hot in that JV game, hitting threes. Next free throw, it is good as well. 28 points for Hunter Hess. Gaps wants to go in. He'll come in for Bryson May. Gaps a real good three-point shooter. 12.7 to go. 3-point difference. The pass comes to Trey Richter. Back to Sanders to Trey Richter. Long pass to Landon Richter. Landon stops in the corner. Takes the three. It's off the rim. No good. Gately out to Gaps. 2 seconds left for the three to tie it. It's missed. Short. And the game is over as Salem loses it by a score of 68-65. And had a good angle to it. Richter's shot just missed, and then Gaps' shot fell just short as Salem was all that close within tying it. Instead, they fall to 3-3, losing it to Eldon 68-65. We'll take a 2.5-minute break and come back and wrap it up. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
The Bank of Salem Shazam Bolts mobile app offers you a safe, easy, and fast way to manage your accounts, identifying potential fraud, finding surcharge-free ATMs, checking your balance, and providing alerts for purchases exceeding your designated amounts. Anytime, anywhere, even when the bank is closed, all from your mobile device. Shazam Bolts, a safer, easier, and faster mobile solution. Stop by the Bank of Salem for enrollment information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Message and data rates may apply.
Check out these great savings at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You'll find Napa Max Premium Starting Fluid for $7.19 for the 11-ounce spray size. Power Service Diesel 911 for $11.49, and Napa Roadrunner Ice Melt. Get the 20-pound size for $9.99. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Did you know that hand washing was the single most effective way to stay healthy? This is Deborah Hobson, Director of Infection Prevention, Employee Health and Education. Many diseases and conditions are spread by not washing hands with soap and clean running water. Germs can get into the body through the eyes, nose, and mouth. If you have any questions regarding proper hand washing techniques or infection prevention, give me a call at 729-6626, Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free. Do you love Christmas? Do you go overboard decorating your house or business for the holiday season? Townscreen is holding their first ever Christmas decorating contest. Show off your Christmas spirit and enter your display at townscreen.com for a chance to win a 2-night stay at Echo Bluff Lodge. The prize includes a $50 restaurant voucher to use during your stay at the park. You can send pictures or videos, but all entries must be submitted by Christmas Eve to townscreen.com. Merry Christmas from Townscreen.
Well, what a heartbreaking loss of the Salem Tigers. This one was tied all the way through. Could have gone either way, and I'm telling you what, 2 last-second threes, one by Landon Richter off balance, almost went down, hit the back rim. Tigers got the rebound and threw it back out to Braden Gapps, who then let his shot go, which looked like really good trajectory, but it just came up just a smidge short, and the Tigers lose it 68-65. They fall to 3-3 on the season. What a well-played game. This one scooted by pretty quick, and compared to most basketball games that we've seen lately, it just seemed to have taken forever. But both teams played pretty well. Salem Tigers had to foul late to get back in the game. They were doing so even though in that fourth quarter, Eldon Mustangs shot really well, 8 out of 11, so they didn't give Salem too many chances. A couple of key turnovers that Salem had, as I mentioned earlier in that first half, 4 turnovers where we had the ball in our hands. I mean, in our hands, and it trickled out and went out of bounds. And that was, you didn't understand one, and maybe even 2, but when you have 4 of them happen, and a couple more happen in the second half, to where we just couldn't seem to grab onto the ball. And you don't have any idea, rhyme, or reason for it. It's just those are killers because you have possession of the ball and then you turn it over, and it's not really being a forced turnover. You just drop the ball. And so, those are the kind of things that come back to haunt you when you go back and look at the film for the game, because of those, if you gave them 3 or 4 points on those turnovers, you lose the game. And that's how a coach would look at the game, is those turnovers hurt. Did you capitalize on every turnover we had? And the Salem Tigers did not. They had a great first half where they had 8 steals, and they only scored on 4. 50% on steals, not really very good. You want that to be 75 to 80%, if not 90%. And so they're a little bit shy on that. Well, again, those 2 extra baskets, 4 points, you got to win. So you look at it a number of different ways. This one just slipped away for the Salem Tigers as they lose it 68-65. Leading scorer in the game, Hunter Hess. He had a great game. Give no doubt about that. He definitely was the leading factor in this contest for Eldon. I remember him as a young man when he was just a sophomore, and he also had that same kind of game against Salem where he scored, I think, 32 points. Tonight he had 28, and he finished the night also as their leading rebounder with 10 rebounds. So, yeah, he definitely will get the gold star for the game tonight. He was fouled up by Britton Ahart, who had no points in the first half, had no impact on the game hardly at all. He ended up with 12 points, all coming in that second half, with 9 of them coming in the third quarter. 12 points also for Cody Tam, a guy from off the bench, so that's good bench scoring coming in for Eldon. And then 10 points for Devin Hardy. One of their key ingredients, Nathan Reynolds, Tigers did a great job in keeping him out of the picture. He had 6 points. He got a couple of threes, but that's it. Guy normally gets about 18 to 20 points. He had 6, and the Tigers did a really good job of keeping him under wraps, but unfortunately could not keep under wraps Britton Ahart, who was probably really not even a factor to consider going into the game, just a fresh sophomore. But he really put on a good show tonight in that second half. For the Salem Tigers, Hayden Sanders had a really good game. He finished with 20 games, had a couple of miscues in the game. It's going to happen, but Hayden really fouled up, had a strong second half, scored 14 points in the second half, gave Salem a chance. Even got that rebound to get back to Braden Gapps for that last second shot. Landon Richter finished with 5 threes in the game at 15 points, 11 points for Bryson May, 9 for Caden Gately, 8 for Trey Richter. And Trey missed a couple of layups again tonight, and he's just throwing the ball a little too hard. He just needs to let that ball slide off his hand. He's like firing with his fingertips, and it's hitting the backboard too hard and just coming off. And I'm sure he's working on that, and that's all going to be straightened out. But you see it. He works so hard to get to the basket, and then just a little too much on that ball, and it won't go down. And that's a lot of hard work to get nothing out of it. And hopefully that Trey continues to work on it. But you got to admire the young man's desire to drive in and try and force the issue. Just you got to make those drives count, though. Get some points off them. So he finishes with 8, 2 points for Leighton Mink in the game for the Salem Tigers, and that's the only guys that scored. We had a total of 6 scorers in the contest. So not a lot of different guys scoring. 5 for Eldon, 6 for Salem. 16 turnovers for Salem Tigers, 19 for Eldon. The Salem Tigers had 16 steals in this game and 9 steals by Eldon in the contest. Free throw shooting, Salem finished 4 of 9, Eldon 12 of 20. And as far as Rebounding, even 23-23. Interesting game. So that's how close it was, and the score indicates that 68-65. It was tied for a long time in the first quarter, 16-16. Eldon got a 20-16 lead before the end of the quarter. Salem got it back to within 1 point at the halftime. Salem did tie the game in the third quarter and then fell behind by 7. Then they did tie the game in the fourth quarter one time for a total of 6 seconds. Yep, they got it tied for 6 seconds at 58-58, and then Hess came down and scored, and they never tied it again after that. They came close on that last second three shot by Landon Richter just off the front of the rim, just missed it. Then it went over top. Sanders brought it down, threw it out the caps, and his last second attempt with 1.2 seconds left when he let it go fell just a smidge short. Looked good coming out of his hand. Looked like it was going to be tied, but it just didn't make it. So Salem falls to 3-3 on the year. They'll be at Camdenton on Friday night, as will the freshmen and JV, who both won here tonight. I don't have a score on the freshmen. I wish I did, but I do not have that, as I did not get in until the freshman game had expired. And they have a performing arts center going on here, and some kind of Christmas musical is going to happen. And there's just no place to park here at Eldon High School. I had to park across the main drag and walk over. It was a long way to go. Anyway, nonetheless, the JV won it 79-41. So good job by Coach McLaurin and the JV Tigers as they continue to play well. The postgame show brought to you by your friends at the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. I want to thank them for their sponsorship of our postgame show and halftime shows and our pregame show. Looking Glass Salon and the Flying W Boutique, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. For those ready for Blues hockey, it's going to be coming your way momentarily here in KSMO. The pregame show will get underway right here on KSMO. For all those who've been joining us, thanks for being with us for Tiger basketball. Wish the outcome was better, but it was a great game all the way through. A couple too many mistakes cost the Tigers tonight, but they lose at 68-65. Fall to 3-3 on the year. You have a great evening. Stay tuned. Blues hockey coming up in just a moment. For Krista Baggett Station, my name is Stan Stevens. Good night from Eldon.
Thanks for joining us on KSMO Media for Salem Tiger Basketball. Brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, Salem Memorial Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Salem Memorial Clinic, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Tax Masters, Town and Country Insurance, City of Salem, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Jadwin Smith Auto Body, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, All Farm Plus Construction and Ag Services, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, Flying W Boutique, New Life Auto, Tater's Sporting Good and Taxidermy, Melvin Motors and more, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Inc., United Country Salem Realty, Babette Wells, broker-owner, On the Spot Auto Glass, The Local on 4th, The Hot Spot Tanning and Tuxedos LLC, Your World Today, and Hub's Tire Center. Join us again next time for Salem Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.